All right. So, from what I understand, Sony has finally responded to the backlash from gamers about physical games. Now, I think I hear that this was to investors or something. I'm not sure. We're going to get into this. But I'll tell you this, Sony, you do know that in this uh, response, if this response says anything but that you're going to continue to print discs, you know it's going to be a problem for you, right? You know the
Yeah,
backlash
exactly.
will continue, correct? If it's a
Exactly. Yep.
bunch of corpo speak as to the reason why you did it, gamers aren't going to care because you continue to do vinyl records, you continue to do CDs for music. There is literally no reason for you to stop printing discs for video games. There's none. Absolutely none. Okay, vinyl records are niche now. Okay, and you continue to print them. All right, you're still doing Blu-rays. You're still doing 4K Blu-rays. Music is mainly digital now, but people streaming it or downloading MP3s or something. So, I mean, there is no reason. So, this should be very interesting. I bookmarked it over here on Twitter. As a matter of fact, seems as if a YouTuber or not a YouTuber, a page on Twitter actually looks like they what's the word? They summarized it here, but I'm gonna go over to the link that they gave for Kotaku. Kotaku did an article on it. Sony not budging on ending PlayStation discs in the future. I mean, in the face of fan protests, we're going to cautiously move this forward. Cautiously. That's a very interesting word to use there. So they know, they absolutely see the feedback. They see the backlash. They see how angry the fans are. They see how angry gamers are. And they're trying to cautiously move forward. Cautiously sounds to me like they might actually backtrack if the issue gets worse or continues at this pace. So I should suggest that you continue to respectfully let them know how you feel and you vote with your wallet. Okay? The PS5 maker said it already put a lot of thought into this decision. No, it didn't. Just a lot of thought about money into it because they literally don't have to. See, I'm a guy that normally buys on digital, but I don't want the physical option to go away for other players out there. I understand the collecting aspect of it. What I'm running is a YouTube business right now, okay? And many games that I buy, the vast majority, I never play again because I stream them, I beat them, and I move forward. You know, I don't have a lot of free time for myself like a lot of people do have out there, you know, whether they're students or they have different jobs, different careers, you know, whatever it is, how they live their lives. I just don't have a lot of time to play games. So I'm not
Right.
exactly a collector right now, although I have a ton of physical games. Maybe I'll show you what I have one of these days, man. You know, because a lot of you sent some to me, and I bought several during the PS4 era, and you guys sent me some of them too. So um, maybe one of these days I'll go and I'll dig out because right here in this closet right here, I have all my PlayStation games are in there. Sega Saturn games are in there. Dreamcast is in there, and I've got some in my garage, and I got stuff in storage. I can't wait to finally get my life totally organized, and you know what I mean. So, uh, yeah, it says here it's been a month since Sony announced the end of discs for games starting 2028. A loud contingent of angry fans has continued to criticize the company for going all digital. Asked about the ongoing backlash during its latest earning call, Sony said it understands why people have strong feelings about physical games, but it's still moving forward with getting rid of them. It sounds real
Oh
cold,
man.
corporate, and calculating. Quote, there are various
Yeah,
reasons we made the decision. The biggest being that the digitalization of content overall has been progressing. So what? It happened with music. You're continuing to print vinyl and CDs.
exactly. So I think that's kind of a cop out. I know that that you can come up with a better reason than that. Well, maybe they can't because one doesn't exist. I think they're, from my perspective and based on the evidence I've heard so far, it's purely financial. They want to maximize profits and they don't care about the fans of physical gaming. They believe that they can ride through the storm and the eventually the mob of people who are upset about the end of physical gaming will eventually just give up or get tired and move on, and they'll just be making money. That's my um, theory on what's going on based on what I've seen so far, and it's sadly that might be true. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but sadly it might be true because Sony is a very very powerful corporation um, or company, and they have millions and billions of dollars of just revenue that they can just ride through this almost no problem. It's just they're going to lose the fan supports, but there's always new fans coming up. Kids today, the younger generation, they don't necessarily always value physical gaming. As long as they can play the game, um, you know, it doesn't matter to them. They don't understand the importance of owning what you buy just yet because they're so young. So since they're rising up, all Sony really has to do is just wait another 10 years or so, and a majority of these fans who are complaining about physical gaming will, age out or maybe give up, and it'll be, a whole new era. It's quite frankly a new era now, but I don't know if the company will be able to. Maybe they will, but I don't know if like that lack of fan support is really, in my opinion, is going to it's going to definitely affect them in some way, shape, or form. Like going through 10 years of people calling you a bad company for your decision to get rid of physical gaming is going to have a effect on your bottom line eventually. Even in my opinion, even the younger kids who again they play Fortnite all day, they don't necessarily need a physical game. Even they're going to be affected by these boomers, these millennials, constantly talking about why having the opportunity to own what you buy, being able to own what you buy is so important. You know, Going through 10 years of that is or longer, even just a few years of that is going to affect their mindset. And these cries of, well, I shouldn't call them cries, these video essays and um documentaries and quite frankly vlogs talking about the importance of physical gaming they're becoming a lot more plentiful. Like they're coming up everywhere. I can't log on to YouTube and not see someone talking about either nostalgia about physical gaming, the importance of physical gaming, or why Sony ending physical gaming is like the apocalypse for gamers. And that's going to affect your bottom line eventually, Sony. So please, please, I'm saying this as a fan of your products. You really need to take this a little bit more seriously. All right.
That's the big factor, Sony Chief Financial Officer Lin Tao said through an interpreter during a Q&A on July 31st. It's not just for PlayStation, but for all kinds of content. Digitalization is progressing. Yes, we know that. But man, listen, I'm telling you this. Y'all keep moving forward, and especially with movies and everything. Look, they
It's
have no idea the backlash coming. She continued. And so when we think about the future and we put in a lot of thought and time, see, this isn't, see, this is, let me see here. That's what I understand. It's an earnings call. So this wasn't, I guess you could say, a public statement put out to everyone. This is mainly for investors. They knew that this would get out. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when we think about the future and we put a lot of thought and
Right.
time and we cautiously considered this and we came to this conclusion and we're going to cautiously move forward. And to this decision, we received various opinions and people have strong views and we understand that the community has put forth those views to us. Yeah, the whole community. People
Hmm.
on the left, people on the right, people in the middle, okay? People that buy digital, people that don't buy digital. Your damn developers have a problem with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, games are loved by many people. It's a form of entertainment that's loved by people and it's connected to people's fond memories in many cases. And so we understand those emotions. We want to consider. No, you don't. No, you don't. And in the future digital ecosystem, how do we engage the gamers is something that we would like to continue to explore. Check this out. Let me tell you something. Like I got a bad feel. Like remember the Xbox One, how it failed. Okay, overall it failed. Okay, this could definitely be coming for PS6. Definitely.
Mm,
And already the console sales
mm.
have dropped for
Oof.
PS5. Okay, because of
Oof.
these damn prices, and they're gonna drop more because of what you're doing. And it's funny that the majority of the consoles sold have a disk drive. Well, there's no need for me really to read the rest of this. There is the rest of this. Just what some other people have to say about this. Let me tell you something, boy. Let me tell you something. I don't think this is good for Sony. You heard that. They're cautiously moving forward. So they know what's happening. They're concerned. Okay? If you move forward with caution, see, gamers, you've got them scared. You've
Uh-huh.
got them worried. They are nervous. They're anxious. They're twiddling their thumbs. All right, guys, let's just still do it. We'll make a tremendous more amount of money, but let's move forward cautiously. What you're doing is working. So if you want your physical
It
games,
is.
I suggest that you continue peacefully and respectfully to let them know how you feel and you want your discs. Post comments
Mhm.
down below. Let me know what you all think about this. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers. Woo!
Congratulations on 10 million, Mr. Magnus. Congratulations. Oh man, that is incredible. Um, guys, well, let me be 100% sure. Okay, yeah, just had to be sure. Okay, so guys, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Um, I've already made my position very clear. Um, these guys, people who aren't, because remember, a company is only as good as the people who are making decisions for it. So I know we want to demonize Sony, demonize PlayStation, but they're they're a company that's being controlled by people, and people are flawed. So if Sony and PlayStation are making mistakes, it's because the people in charge of it are making mistakes. So we shouldn't necessarily demonize Sony and PlayStation. We should we should be aware that people making decisions for them, for these companies, and hold them accountable. That's the best way because with someone else in charge, the end of physical gaming could be avoided completely. And I'm not, talking about people losing their jobs or anything like that. I'm not calling for that. I'm just saying that a company is only as good as the people making decisions for it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not calling for anyone to get fired. Okay, that's not my decision. That's not what I'm focused on. I'm just, making a logical conclusion based on um, just common sense. Yeah, let me know in the conversation what you guys think. This is going to be a long, long road, guys. It's gonna be a long road. It's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a war, guys. The backlash is getting worse and worse every single day. Like I said, if these guys who are sitting in these ivory towers of wealth and prestige and opulence are aware of some guy in his basement making videos every single day talking about how horrible your company is, and you start to notice that, that means that the aggression and the mob and this campaign against you starting to become a lot more um, of a threat to your success as a company. So as Mr. Magnus said, what you're doing is working. What you're doing is working. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you have any more new information, please place it in the comments. Keep it civil, guys. I know you guys are very passionate about this situation, but keep it civil. I've been on Ad Clear. You guys have been amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.